Trump went on Truth Social in December, and he called you a Trump-hating loser and a jerk for
Yeah.
saying that prices are still rising, and he told Fox to fire whoever booked you. You then challenged him to a public debate on the economy. I'm really curious, did Trump ever respond to you?
No, but I didn't. Look, I said Trump or his delegate. I mean, I knew it was a big ask to get the president of the United States to debate a lowly guy like me, but I was willing to debate anybody that he, it's just an intern, anybody he had. Of course, I would love to debate, any of his top guys in his cabinet. I mean, I would go for a commerce secretary or the treasury secretary. I'm happy to debate those guys. I think I would mop the floor up with them. But no, nobody wanted to challenge me. But
what are you noticing now, though, in terms of rising prices? Because inflation did technically come back a little lower than expected recently.
No, first of all, I don't put much stock into the way the government measures it with the CPI. I think if you understand what inflation is, which is the expansion of the money supply is expanding. It's expanding quite briskly, unfortunately. The Fed is back to QE. They don't admit it's QE, but that's exactly what they're doing. So the balance sheet is growing again. Money supply, and the Fed has been cutting rates. It has been expanding credit. That's also inflation. The government is trying to shove more credit into the economy. They're using the GSEs to get more money into the economy by buying up mortgage-backed securities. So they're inflating. You can see prices rising. It's not just precious metals. Look at industrial metals. Look at copper hitting a record high. Look at, other prices. Agricultural commodities are moving. Oil has finally started to move. Oil's now more than 20% above where it was at the low in December. We're at the highest in 6 months. So I think that's turning around. We're going to start to see higher gas prices, but food prices have continued to rise. I mean, sure, you can point to eggs or something. The president always likes to grab a couple of items that went down in price. But overall, if you go to the grocery store, your bill is higher than it was a year ago. I mean, even the government CPI numbers will show 2.5%, 3% price increases. But remember, these are price increases on top of prices that were already very high. What consumers need is real relief. They don't need prices to keep rising only more slowly. They need prices to fall. We need to, because they went up so much. They should come back down. But no, they continue to go up. But Trump was wrong. But unfortunately, I think he scared the shit out of Fox and Friends because nobody will return my emails anymore. They act like I don't even exist. I guess they're afraid to put me on. But it just shows you that, Trump can't handle any criticism. I mean, first of all, I did that interview from that same trip. I was in Dubai. I did it from my hotel room. It was like, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the evening. It was like 5 in the morning. The president, he's awake watching Fox and Friends at 5 in the morning. Who the hell else was watching it? And he goes ballistic, right, on Truth Social, which they ought to rename it, I said, because there's nothing truthful on Truth Social. It's lies, right? Lie social. But he hears me on Fox, and he goes ballistic. How dare Fox News have somebody on that criticizes me? Now, wait a minute. Isn't it supposed to be Fox News? Right? I mean, is it just a propaganda arm of the Trump administration? That's what he wants. He doesn't want Fox News having objective economists on to render an opinion. And if you watch Fox News, there's one guy after another just singing Trump's praises, kissing his ass, right? Talking about how great he is.
Okay,
They can't have one guy on there, one guy. And I actually endorsed him. I'm not like a typical, never Trumper. I said, yeah, vote for the guy. I thought he was better than Harris. Now, sometimes I second guess that, but
do you still stand by that decision?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say what Harris would have done, right? Had she won. But look, there are some things that Trump has done that I like, but overall, he's doing a lot of bad stuff, unfortunately.
What has he done that you've really liked?
Well, there are some regulations that have been eliminated. He's toughened up on the borders, so it's not like a sieve. He pushed back against the whole, political correct woke nonsense. cancel culture, although he tried to cancel me. I mean, so he's a little bit hypocritical there, when he couldn't take any criticism. And he wants to have me fired or have the booker fired.
Have you ever spoken to Trump?
Yes.
Personally?
Yes.
Where was that?
In a concert. Oh,
Imagine Dragons?
No, not Imagine Dragons. So I was in New York. I think it was Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. It was like they were like performing. Like this is like probably 20 years ago.
Wow.
And so I come into the concert, and in the row right in front of me is Trump and his daughter. And I was with a friend who knew him. And so he said, "Hello, this is my friend Peter Schiff. Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Trump," whatever. So that was it. I mean, I doubt Trump remembers it because who the hell was I? I was nobody, right? Well, actually, I had a little bit of a reputation back. Because I was still going on like CNBC. I was Dr. Doom. So I wasn't exactly nobody, but I wasn't, I didn't have my own hit TV show, The Apprentice or whatever. So, but I met him but that was the only time I met him. But, I just was at Mar-a-Lago last week. I went to a party there.
Who invited you to a party? Did they not remember the feud that you had?
No, but it was it was Latino Wall Street.
What is that?
It's just an organization.
And they had
Latino.
that at Mar-a-Lago?
Yeah, yeah.
And they invited you?
They did. Yes, they honored me. Well, they gave me an award. Last time I was there, they presented me with this award, which was nice.
Are you Latino?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Really?
Well, you're in Puerto Rico, aren't you?
I feel like I remember you telling us that, and
I'm a Puerto Rican Jew, like Juan Epstein.
What percentage Puerto Rican are you?
I'm 100% Puerto Rican. I live in Puerto Rico.
Not,
but
yeah,
ethnicity.
Well, what does that mean? My ancestors weren't from Puerto Rico. I moved here 9 years ago, but I've lived here for the last 9 years of my life. My kids are growing up in Puerto Rico. So we're Puerto Rican.
What is the main reason you live in Puerto Rico?
The weather.
Ah.
No, I live here for I live here for the parties and for the
lifestyle.
For the lifestyle, for the community. I've got a lot of great neighbors. You met one of my neighbors earlier today.
Yeah, you have fantastic neighbors.
Yeah. So it's a very close-knit community, and there is the added benefit of no taxes.
Wait, they have that here?
Yeah, well, not no taxes, but very low taxes.
I didn't even realize I was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, 4% income tax and 0% capital gains tax. So it's a pretty good deal.
Do you remember that doctor's appointment you were supposed to make a while ago? The one that's been sitting on your to-do list for weeks, maybe months? Maybe it was that overdue annual checkup, the weird rash you keep Googling, or it's your dentist reminding you it's been 2 years since your last dental cleaning. Trust me, we've all been there. Booking a doctor's appointment has always felt like such a hassle until now.
That, of course, is where our sponsor, ZocDoc, comes in. For those unaware, ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, then book an appointment right away.
You can filter by insurance, location, and medical specialty, and you can also check verified patient reviews so you know exactly what to expect.
Then once you find the right doctor, you could see their real-time availability and book an appointment that fits your schedule.
And appointments made through ZocDoc happen super quick, usually within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. And yes, sometimes you can even score same-day appointments. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/iced to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That is ZocDoc.com/iced. This message is sponsored by ZocDoc, and back to the episode.